It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
What's up, MP?
Showtime, MP. True ballers only. How you feeling?
We want your time in the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word MAPPER along with your issue of seat location to 555.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what's the NBA on 2K. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, BA, sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt and the camaraderie has grown.
And one thing we continue to monitor with this team is how they perform offensively. You might remember, MP declared to the world that he wants this team to be an offensive juggernaut and steamroll over the top defensive teams in the league.
And this group's execution just hasn't lived up to MP's expectations yet. They need to find their offensive rhythm tonight. And it's not too late to start putting up a lot of points and reach the goals they set for themselves.
Now Holiday, looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Jaylen Brown is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Rondo in at the 5 down low. Now here's Brown. 5 to shoot. Lively grabs a miss. Porzingis against Davis. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
White, the pass to Rondo. With the 10-footer. That one's wide left.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Jrue Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Yes, selfless stuff on that dish from MP.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And let's use this break to recognize your Western Conference Player of the Week, Kyrie Irving.
It's clear that he's a key aspect of their offensive success. His decisions with the ball are what creates opportunities for himself and the rest of his teammates.
Inside. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall.
Great hustle there from Kyrie in the paint, outworking the defense and finding a quality look.
Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming. Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Here's Christie in his last outing with 12 points. Porzingis against Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Over his career, Anthony Davis has averaged. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 5-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
As they say, live by the 3, die by the 3. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
You would have liked to have seen them make some adjustments and attack the rim, but they just kept firing from distance and couldn't get much to fall.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Chris Dunn is out there with Drew Holiday. Then it's MP, then it's Derek White, and it's Porzingis in at the 4. The Mavericks shooting the ball at 48% so far. Washington with the ball, guarded now by Holiday. Pass to Prosper. 4-3, and Porzingis with the block.
Those long arms of Porzingis are a serious factor on defense. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Marshall. 11 points for him last game against Houston. Washington against White. Here's Prosper. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by MP. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. White, the pass to MP. Quirk in the interior, MP.
I like how assertive MP is down there. No question that he's got the skills to score in the paint.
Mavericks trail by 9. Washington outside. Fires the 3. The rebound, Celtics. Rondo, he's got 4 rebounds in the game. White, the pass to Dunn. Throws it up high. Stolen by Gafford. Washington against White to the paint. Ooh, poked away. To the inside. Here's Rondo. And the Celtics tack on 2 more. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Boston.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And how about their shot blocking tonight? I mean, creating doubt every time the ball goes up. They're there lurking.
Just 5 to shoot. Fires from way outside. Boston pulls it in. Rondo, he's got 5 rebounds tonight. The kick out to White. Pass to Porzingis. And here's Holiday. Launches it, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That's how you do it. Nice catch and shoot from Drew.
Here's Gafford. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Hauser. No good again that time.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Dunn, the pass to MP. Outside Porzingis. The 3. Goes back up. Here's Rondo. Soft touch off the glass. MP's got 9 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So for Dallas, Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Jeffries comes in for Washington, and Irving is subbed in for Marshall. Pass to Prosper. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game. You know, for a while now, the NBA has done a last 2 minutes report on games. Richard, how do you think the players feel about this?
I can tell you how I feel. I don't like the 2-minute report. I think it does absolutely nothing to help the basketball game. Guys are frustrated. They need to move on. If they walk into the next game worried about the last 2-minute report, are they really focused on that game?
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
A nice shot by MP.
And MP loves getting this close to the rim. Feels comfortable from this area.
And here's Irving. 35 points for him last game against Houston.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
Fantastic at earning these whistles in close look. Kyrie.
And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Kyrie Irving, 2 shots. The
People
play
will
be reviewed after the NBA rule. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Now here's Lively. He's got 6. It's stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hawks really contributed. He scored 17 points, and as always, he was fantastic on the glass, a rebounding machine. His relentless approach has just worn teams out lately. He is winning the battle of wills. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. Taking a look at Boston, a better start would be ideal, but right now, they're 10th in their respective conference.
You know, for the Celtics, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Man, the defender really went after him.
By all accounts, one of the hardest workers in the league. MP is always looking to push himself to some next level.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Dallas. Christie comes in for Hauser. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Done with it. 5 points in the game. Down low. And stolen by Irving. And now the Mavs on the run. Pushing it up now. And Washington powers it through.
His passing has always been a staple of his career. Not too many are better at dishing than Kyrie.
MP is doubled. Outside Holiday. MP against Irving. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his third foul of the game.
And that's the risk you run when you leave him in with 2 fouls.
Sadiq Bey, he's checked in for Washington. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Davison comes in for Holiday. And they double up MP. Clock at 6. Back to Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. Fade away. Irving against MP. Porzingis, high post. Here's Davison. Boston, no good that time either. Mavericks trail by 18. Irving for 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got 5 rebounds in the game.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Yep, count it.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Here's Irving. After the basket by Boston. He's got it. That makes him 2 for 8. Hopefully he can get it going now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
MP inside. He's guarded by Irving. White, the pass to Rondo. MP is doubled. It's stolen by Lively. In transition, here they come. Here's Christie. Oh, MP with a block.
He anticipated it, and he trusted it. MP said, not in my house.
To the inside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. This is their first chance this season playing Boston.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
There was a good back and forth between these teams last year. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Rondo. And Bey pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 16. And it's Irving off the drive. He's off on the layup.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Irving. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32 and a half a game.
I love seeing Irving work in the mid-range, intelligent at reading the defense and recognizing when to take these shots.
So for Dallas, Prosper comes in for Davis. And it's Marshall in for Bey. Achua's checked in for Boston. A minute 6 left in the first half of this one. Irving, the pass to Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Davison. 11 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact and getting to the line.
White finds MP. Shot clock at 5. Back to White. From downtown, Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. White's got 6 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Christie. He's scoreless. No good on the triple.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Rondo passes to Brown. Back to MP. Pass to Davison. Now here's MP. The 3. The shot misses. MP getting it done for the Celtic. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. Back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Red line!
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game, but these guys have figured it out quickly.
Yeah. Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Mavericks.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
Najee Marshall is out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Christie in at shooting guard. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. Irving for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 9.
Going right back at them. Kyrie answers with a 3 of his own. Woo.
Brown finds Porzingis. Now Brown. And there's a foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Rondo. Back to White. Porzingis with it. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Mavericks trail by 20. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes. If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Here's Rondo. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Irving against Holiday. Irving, the pass to Marshall. Outside Irving. There's a screen by Marshall. And Kyrie Irving with the 3. Irving's got 12 points.
Look, he is a 50-40-90 guy, right around 40% from the three-point line. Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Davis. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Lively. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Rondo gets the bucket.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Pass to Lively. Here's Christie. Oh, there's the alley. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. MP against Irving. Outside Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo. He's got his 3rd assist of the night. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Some solid defense from Holiday.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Basket counts. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
It's been a perfect start coming out of the half. I mean, you have to really love the execution.
Christie passes to Lively. And here is Irving. Lively inside. MP's there. Pass to Irving. Second chance shot. MP with the block.
What a good job by MP, staying connected to the shooter, rejecting the shot.
Dunn, he's checked in for White.
Chris Dunn.
Now here's Lively. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Marshall. Again, the miss by Dallas. The Celtics have gone a perfect 7 for 7 and looking strong in this third quarter. They get it back and out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Let's see some of the numbers here for Anthony Davis.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Cadis checked in for Porzingis. Back to Irving. To the paint. Marshall passes to Irving. Here's Christie. Takes a 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Outside, Brown. Screen by MP. Launches a 3. Kept alive by Boston. The shot by Dunn, no good. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Here's Marshall, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Off target with the open look.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying, and he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Achua's checked in for Boston. Davison comes in for Holiday. Here's Irving. Oh, MP with a block. Davis. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the line.
And Davis remains a dominant presence on both ends of the floor.
And he makes both free throws. Boston leading by 22. MP scanning the floor. And they double up MP. Pass to Davison. Now here's Dunn. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Outside Irving. And here's Lively. Davis down low. He's got 10. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. From down in the low post, it goes. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
Look at how competitive Davis gets on the glass. He just knows how valuable those second chance shots are.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Precious Achiuwa picks one up.
Well, Davis gets to the line a lot, and people don't talk about it. But he's an excellent foul shooter.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hauser's checked in. Both free throws good from Davis.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Here's MP. Count it. MP's got 34.
Yeah, I love how aggressive MP is being right now. Every time he touches the ball, he's looking to capitalize.
Washington outside. Pass to Davis. Jacks up a 3. Boston pulls it in. Dunn right side. Outside. Rondo. Here's Davison. MP up top. The floater. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Gap. On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Chris Dunn. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Derek White. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's MP in at center, filling out the middle. Dunn outside, pass to MP. Well, Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
Washington outside. Outside, Williams. Back to Washington. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
MP inside. He's guarded by Gafford. Pass to Dunn. Now here's Holiday. Back to MP. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Again, the miss by Boston. Mavericks trail by 20. Now here's Williams. He's covered by Holiday. Outside, Williams. On the take. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
Outside Holiday. Back to Rondo. Outside Holiday. MP finds Holiday. Boston, no good that time either. For Dallas, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Williams. Outside Davis. Takes the 3. Knocks down the triple. Davis has got 9 points now in the second half.
Our premier player in this league, Davis, with another huge night, showing why he is an NBA champion.
Washington's checked in for Williams. Celtics lead by 17. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Irving. Outside Holiday. Out to the right wing. For 3, Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Pass to Lively. Irving with it. Beyond the arc. Lively's shot is off. Boston's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Outside, Rondo. Right wing, Porzingis for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Holiday against Irving. Here's Davis. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There are so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marshall's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Brown, he's checked in for White. Porzingis misses. Mavericks trail by 21. Davis, the pass to Irving. Irving is doubled. Here's Christie, defended by Dunn. And he lobs it up to the rim. Lively with the bucket.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Outside, Rondo. Pass to Brown. MP, a screen on Irving. Brown passes to Rondo. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 4 assists in the game. Now Irving. Here's Christie. Misses the 3. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. First free throw is good. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Tries the spin move. Here's Irving. MP with the block. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Screen by MP. And here's Brown for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
With as much defensive attention as AD gets, those passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Outside, Brown. Holiday from long range. He buries it from 3. Holiday's got 9 points now in the second half.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And that one's good. Davis.
Oh, the response. AD might be a quiet guy off the court, but on the floor, he is an absolute killer.
Here's Holiday. And it's Irving with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 20. Right side, Davis. Davis drawing the double team. Here's Lively. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Lively's got 20 points.
He kept his cool despite the double team and finds the open man.
MP finds Holiday. Back to MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 38 points.
They just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Christie, defended by Dunn. Lively shot is off. Boston leading by 20.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And there is no question his defense set the tone for his team and gave them the rim protection they needed. Outstanding effort.
Boston making a switch here. Davison's checked in. Irving for 3. Boston pulls it in.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's MP. Tries again. Gafford grabs the miss. And it's the Mavericks with the ball, trailing by 19. Three-pointer. And Kyrie Irving good for 3.
You can tell his hustle inspires the entire squad. He really gets everyone so amped up.
Here's MP. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hauser. Again, Dallas.
We sometimes forget how solid Irving is when it comes to his passing. Great find there.
Here's Rondo. The shot no good. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They have to...
That's right, MP. They can't stop you.